What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about Cosmic Crucible. And we had this blog post recently about the second part preview of 2022, where they mentioned that they are very happy with increased participation in Cosmic Crucible, and they want to make Cosmic Crucible the premier one-on-one player versus player mode in Marvel Strike Force. And in 2023 they are being discussed a few features, and we are going to give feedback on additional features that we'd like to see, and maybe some features that we would not like to see at all because they will make the game more dull. This feedback is based on my own opinion, and this is also based on the opinion that you guys shared on my Discord. I asked for your feedback in terms of Cosmic Crucible, and you guys throw your different ideas, and I chose some ideas that I think are good to be implemented, other ones that should be ignored, and other ones that are not relevant enough or that it will fix itself. But we are going through all of these, and you guys let me know in the comments below if you like this or not. And after this I'm going to share this with the community manager to see if he's able to share this feedback with the game developers, and maybe we can see some of these ideas being implemented, which I think some of them are very important. So as always, if you like the video, so on, smash that like button, subscribe, and so on. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about this feedback. So the feedback for Cosmic Crucible, but also for Marvel Strike Force as a whole, there are a few things that the game should change, and the thing that the game should change like right now is in terms of the player ID and the player ability of showing his prestige. So right now I'm on Masters League in Cosmic Crucible, and when you go to my player profile, you cannot see anywhere here that I'm on Masters League. You cannot see anywhere here that I'm on a Gold League for Alliance Wars. You cannot see any of these prestigious things. And while the TCP is nice and the strongest team and so on, this actually doesn't matter, or this actually doesn't say anything about who you are as a player. Did you complete the Dark Dimension in the first few days? I cannot see that. You can see through the borders, but if you change the borders, you cannot change them back. So this is something that Scopely needs to implement, is allowing players to have features that players can show their prestige, or whenever they are looking for a new alliance, the alliance leader can go check, oh, this guy completed already all the raids on 100%, the Doom 3.4 and so on. They can already check all of that, because what we have here, it's zero. It's literally zero, and this we don't need these. What is this? This is literally nothing. So it would be nice, and it's something that we have seen in other games like Counter-Strike, like World of Warcraft, like Call of Duty, like I don't know, like Call of Duty, Halo, games like that allow you to win. Even Pokemon, you get the badges, and look at my badges, that's my prestige right there, right in your face. And this is something that will make players value their account more than this, because oh, I have 27 million TCP. It doesn't mean much. Oh, I got a silver on the season 1 of Cosmic Crucible, it is my badge, and then on the second season I improved quite a lot based on my choices, and I went from silver to diamond, and people will feel proud on that. This is not good to be proud of. This is just how much you do with your money, and that's not a good thing. So it would be really good. And once again, this is not just for Cosmic Crucible, it's also for raids, Alliance Wars, and so on, is that players have a list of badges or achievements that is seen by other players, and you can flex how good you have been playing the game throughout your time playing this game. Okay, so that's my main idea, that we really need to change the player ID profile. All of this needs to be changed to allow you to have multiple badges and so on. Okay, so let's talk about specifically on Cosmic Crucible feedback. And in terms of Cosmic Crucible feedback, the first topic is that players feel like they are not using enough of their roster. And one of the reasons why, it's because there are not enough rooms. Right now we have 6 rooms, and that's just not enough. When we have over 200 characters in game, 6 rooms is literally nothing. That's like 6 times 5 is 30 characters, so in total you use 60 characters. Okay, 60 characters, it's not terrible, it's less than 30% of your roster, but most of the people say and agree that they wish they could use more teams. So we could use the same system that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has, which is based on the ranking that you have. You have more rooms. So if you are on bronze, you'll have like 4 or 5 rooms. Then for silver, you'll have 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. And then when you are on masters, you'd have like 12 rooms. So this would be good for Scopely, because they would have to, players would have to gear up more characters, players would have to level up more characters. So buy more gold, buy more training materials, if you want, of course. And that would also increase the agency of the players. So if you want to use Sinister 6, you have so many rooms that for sure there will be one room where Sinister 6 will be good on defense or on offense. Okay, so that's the first point of feedback, increasing the number of rooms so players have more agency with what they do with their account. Based on that, we have the second point of feedback, which is the rewards don't feel impactful enough. And the reason why, it's because these Crucible credits, they only allow you to buy gear, and gear is nice if you are on max level. If you can buy gear tier 16 or gear tier 17, that's great to spend your Crucible credits on. But if you are not on that situation, it does not feel good to spend this currency. So to make this currency feel more valuable, you should allow us to buy training materials, to buy T4s, to buy gold, the same way you can do with arena currency. We should have these in all currencies. So on Blitz, we should be able to buy gold, training materials, and the T4s. The same for raids, arena, alliance wars, and cosmic crucible. So this is going to be a way that is going to make the rewards feel more impactful, because you can actually do something with the rewards. Like with these, I cannot do anything with these. This is why I have 100,000 currency, because I have nowhere where to spend it. So if you want the rewards to feel more impactful, allow us to buy stuff like training materials, like gold, like T4s, that we can actually use. The gear is nice, but if you're not spending it on gear tier 16 or gear tier 17, it feels like a waste. Even for a new players are not gonna buy this, because it's just a waste in terms of value. And once again, this is something that all the other currencies should have available as well, whether it is Blitz, Raids, Arena, Alliance Wars, or Cosmic Crucible. You should be able to buy training materials, gold, and T4s with your currency. Even if it is a bad exchange rate, that's fine. At least we have a chance of progressing our account. And you can decide that maybe you want to get as many characters at gear tier 17 as possible, but maybe a different player wants to make their roster as wide as possible. So once again, you are giving players agency on how they can progress their account. So if I want to go wide, I can go wide. If you want to go tall, you can go tall. And I think that's going to be good. That's going to make the rewards more valuable and feel more rewarding. Okay, so that's the second point of the feedback. Third point, and this one might be controversial one, but when you understand the basic human psychology, it actually makes total sense. So something that people asked for Alliance Wars was the practice mode. And while the practice mode might seem like a good thing, it's actually not a good thing at all. There was even content creators that all their content was based on testing new teams for Alliance Wars. We had Dutcher, or whatever was his name. His content was specifically based on finding new counters for Alliance Wars, but as soon as the practice mode came around, then his content was over, because there was no more need for that kind of content. So having practice mode in Cosmic Crucible is going to make Cosmic Crucible as dull and as irrelevant as Alliance Wars is, because there is no more risk factor, there is no more creativity factor, there is no more discovery on what's going to be the best team to defeat other team, because you can practice it 1,000,000 times. And how fun is that? I tried 1,000,000 times the unlimited X-Men versus Darkhold. You think that's going to be exciting for me after I've done it 1,000,000 times? Of course not. If I'm testing all these teams on practice mode all the time, it's just going to become dull. So this is one of those things that people think they want this, people think it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing. You can do all the research in human behavior psychology, and whenever you remove the risk factor, whenever you remove the challenge, whenever you remove the factor of adventure and of discovery and so on, it feels just more dull. And then it's just a rock, it's gonna be a super glorified rock paper scissors, because you already know what's gonna be the rock, you already know what's gonna be the paper, and you already know what's gonna be the scissor. So is this something that you really want? No, it's actually not. So I was surprised that some people said this, because it's once again, it's usually something that players ask for, but they don't know what they're asking for. So I was surprised that so many people were asking against it, which I agree with. People should not have this practice mode, because it's gonna make the game mode extremely boring, as I just mentioned, and I just explained why. Okay, so the other point of feedback is keeping the Cosmic Crucible teams to a bare minimum. And this is because you have a very limited amount of rooms. As I mentioned, right now we have 6 rooms. If they increase the rooms to 9 or to 12, then it's going to be a different story, but still you want to make sure that the Cosmic Crucible teams, the teams that have this tag, that they feel really powerful, that they feel very different from all the other teams. It does not feel good if your Young Avengers can destroy your Wakanda that supposedly have the Cosmic Crucible tag and supposedly should be the Apex team in Cosmic Crucible. So you want to keep these teams to a bare minimum, and you also want to keep and you also want to make sure that these teams feel empowered, that they feel very powerful whenever you use them in Cosmic Crucible. And you should not create any team that has the Cosmic Crucible defense or Cosmic Crucible offense, because once again, if you analyze the psychology of humans, if you are forcing them into something, then they are going to push back, then they don't want it, because they are being forced into it. But if you give the players the agency, if you give the illusion of free will, then they will do exactly what you want. You have the example of the Tangled Web. The Tangled Web is a great team on offense, but it's also a great team on Alliance or on Cosmic Crucible defense. And because they are such a good team on Cosmic Crucible defense, we have them there. We don't need the tag saying, oh, use this team on Cosmic Crucible defense. We don't need this tag. We already know that this is going to be a great team, and we are going to put them there. If you are going to force me to put on defense, then, oh, no. I choose where I use my team. So this is something that you want to avoid as much as possible. You want to create this illusion of free will, even if you are conditioning the meta to go in a certain way because the team is like super powerful or something like that. So avoid these Cosmic Crucible teams tags, make as least as possible, make sure they feel powerful, and also don't force us into Cosmic Crucible offense, Cosmic Crucible defense. We already have seen this with Alliance Wars. It was a big mistake, and unfortunately it didn't roll back. Okay, so fifth point of feedback, this one is very simple, is for players to not be able to see the results of the matches until the round is over. And this is the problem with this, is that people that hold back on their attacks, people that wait till the last minute to attack, have a huge advantage, because if my round started and I do my attacks early on, and then my opponent is going to face a defense that is similar to the one he has, then he already knows all the answers, he already has all the characters that he needs to use in order to defeat my defense. So make sure that The results of the matches are only available after the round is over. This goes into other level of feedback, which is give us 1 day between rounds so we can adjust our defense. So on Monday we attack, on Tuesday we are going to analyze our defense and change it. Then on Wednesday we are going to attack again, and then on Thursday we are going to analyze the defense if it worked or not, and that's it. Then on Friday we can attack again, and then on Sunday we can fix the defenses again. So having a day between of rest or to fix our defenses, that would be great as well. And once again, keep the matches hidden until the round is over, so people that hold back on their attack don't have an advantage like they have right now. Okay, so based on this feedback, we also have allow us to have push on notifications or opt-in push notifications. So if we didn't participate in Cosmic Crucible and we have like a busy life, allow us to turn on this so we can get notifications. Oh, you still didn't attack in Cosmic Crucible. There are 5 hours left for Cosmic Crucible. Make sure you make your attacks. Or this option if you didn't participate, but also option of getting a notification if you participated but you still have rounds available. So if I only attack at 4 rooms and I have 2 left, allow us to get notifications. Or you still have attacks left in Cosmic Crucible, make sure you finish them before the round is over. Okay, so those are multiple feedbacks that relate with each other, and we have one more Cosmic Crucible feedback, which is isolate defense lock. I don't know why this is not available yet. We have the first round of Cosmic Crucible Season 0, now we have Season 1, and we still are not able to lock our isolate on defense. I really cannot understand why this is the case. We have this in Alliance Wars, we have this in Arena. I don't know why it's not available yet in Cosmic Crucible. Okay, so let me see if there is any other feedback that I forgot to mention. No, I think that's it. And a few topics that I ignored is the matchmaking, because the matchmaking will fix itself, and if they implement the better rewards, like being able to buy gold training materials and T4s with Cosmic Crucible currency, then it doesn't matter if a player has 20 million TCP, because once again he can have very tall roster or he can have very wide roster, and that might be beneficial for you or not, but it doesn't matter, because at that point you have the agency of taking your account where you want it. So it might be good in some situations because you have like 12 rooms, or it might not be good because you only have 6 rooms and your team is very tall. But once again, that will come down to player agency. So the potato is no longer on Scopely's hands, the potato is on your hand, and you decide what you do. Fog of War, it was something I ignored as well, because I think while I would like that, I think it just overcomplicates and it will scare away people that are not like super tryhard and more casual players. So yes, Fog of War is nice, but on this specific situation, on a one-on-one, I think it's unnecessary, and it will just scare away people that are not as tryhard. And then the last topic that I ignored is like super rooms, boss rooms, or destiny rooms, or anything like that, allow you to have 10 on 10 or 8 on 8 or 6 on 6, or have the leader of the team to have like more HP or something like that. It's something that we could see in the future, but right now I don't think it's exactly what Cosmic Crucible needs, and I would be way better off with all the other changes I mentioned, which is having more rooms so you have more agency on which teams you use, make the rewards more impactful, allow us to buy training materials, T4s and gold, so we decide where we want to take our account. Then not having the practice mode, so the game does not become dull and it doesn't become a glorified rock and paper scissors. And then we have the Cosmic Crucible bonuses to a bare minimum, so we feel that the Cosmic Crucible teams are powerful and they feel different from the other teams. On top of that, don't force us into using Cosmic Crucible defense or Cosmic Crucible offense. We want the agency, we want the illusion of free will and so on. And we'll use those teams on defense anyway, because we want, not because you force us into it. Then not allow players to watch the results of the matches until the round is over, so they don't have advantage over whoever attacked first. Isolate, lock on defense. This is pretty much obvious. I don't know why it doesn't exist. Have a day between the rounds so you can rest or you can fix your defense and do some research if you want. And finally, having opt-in notifications so you get notified that you still didn't attack in case you are someone very busy but you like Marvel Strike Force and you want to participate. So that's going to be my Cosmic Crucible feedback. This was with my ideas and also with your feedback as well. I try to mold it in a way that I think it will be pleasing for Scopely. I'm going to transmit all of this information to the community manager. Hopefully you'll keep his word and he will take this feedback to the developers, and the developers will take notes and learn what the players actually want. Try to understand the human behavior, psychology, and make the game based on that, because that's actually what makes the games fun, is to have challenges to overcome, is to have a sense of accomplishment, and also have a sense of adventure or some kind of situation like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of these feedback that I mentioned, if you agree or disagree, or if you liked something completely different. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.